Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Intersocial Partsong competition. It's brilliant, it's happening. I must first of all pay huge tribute to those socials who have dealt with all sorts of disruptions, boys being away and so on today, so please do give every social your full support throughout this evening. We have a very special guest with us. Our adjudicator has travelled from a very small school down the road called St Edward's, where he is Director of Arts. So do make him welcome. He will be speaking us at the end of tonight's proceedings. We'll move very quickly from one to the next, and we're going to be starting in a second with J Social. Of course, we are hoping to award this wonderful cup, very pretty, to one of the socials at the end of tonight. I will now welcome on our first social, which is J.
You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way, but we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when I say I want it that way. Ooh, ain't nothing but a heartache. Ooh, ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Believe when I say I want it that way. Ooh, ain't nothing but a heartache. Ooh, ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Now I can see that we've fallen apart from the way that it used to be, yeah. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are. I want it that I wanna hear you say. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ooh, ain't nothing but a heartache. Ooh, ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
Mama making ends meet,
working
like a slave.
Mississippi, yeah.
Daddy ain't at home now.
Father,
Gotta be a man.
Michael Corleone.
Do it for the homegrown.
Sister, brother,
Do it for the fam.
so tell them now, yeah. Just for your love, yeah. I'll give you the world. Mona Lisa's smile. Hey. And I'll give 25 to life to make me a king. The star in your eyes.
Your tears, my love's in it. I'm giving it. No need of bridges. Hold these hands up. This is pick up his arm.
I'm taking it
all.
yeah.
Taking it all for us.
I'm taking it all for us all. Doing it all for love. Yeah.
Guess you figured my 2 times 2 always equates to 1. Dreamers are selfish when it all comes down to it.
I hope one of you come back to remind me of who I was when I go disappear. Bring it to that good night. I'm taking it all for us all. I'm doing it all for love. Yeah. Oh, I'm taking it all for us. I'm taking it all. I'm taking it all for us. Oh, doing it all. each other close the whole night through. Oh, it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay together. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Then we wouldn't have to wait so long. And wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? The happy times together we've been spending, I wish that every kiss was never ending. Oh, wouldn't it be nice, baby, if we think and wish and hope and pray it might come true. Baby, then there wouldn't be a single thing we couldn't do. Or we could be married, and then we'd be happy. Oh, wouldn't it be nice? Oh, it seems to make it that much better if we could say goodnight and stay together. Oh, wouldn't it be nice? Oh, wouldn't it be nice? Oh, wouldn't it be nice?
Drink from me when I was so thirsty, pour on a symphony. Now I just can't get enough. Put your wings on me when I was so heavy, pour on a symphony. Low, 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 high, oh high, oh high. Got me feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. High, oh high, oh high. Got me feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. Oh, angel said, my love, life is a your love's about to make the stars come out. Put your wings on me when I was so heavy, pour on a symphony. When I'm low, 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 high, oh high, oh high. Got me feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. High, oh high, oh high. Got me feeling drunk and high, so high, so high.
I, oh, I, oh, I. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too.
What a wonderful world this would be.
Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a side rule is for. But I do know that one is two. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be.
Tom Wayne. Mama, 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 mama.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. For maybe by being an A student, baby, I could win your love for me.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
La ta 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 ta.
Biology,
La ta 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 ta.
French I took.
Yeah.
But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
You walk around town like a fool and you think that it's groovy. You're giving it to some other guy who gives you the eye. You don't give nothing to me. Whoa, you painted a smile and you dress all the while to excite me. But don't you know you're turning me on? I know that it's wrong, but I can't stop this pain inside me, baby. The love really hurts without you. The love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do, baby? The love really hurts without you. Without you. The love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do without you?
You walk like a dream and you make like a queen of the action. You're using every trick in the book, the way that you look. You're really something to see. Oh, you treat and you lie to impress any guy that you fancy. But don't you know I'm out of my mind? So give me a sign and help to ease the pain inside me, baby.
The love really hurts without you. Without you. The love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do, baby? The love really hurts without you. The love really hurts through and through. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do without you? Baby, the love really hurts without you. The love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do, baby? The love really hurts without you. The love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart, but what can I do without you? Day we arrive on the planet, unblinking step into the sun. There's more to see that can never be seen, more to do that can never be done. There's far too much to take in here, more to find that can never be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great on the endless round.
2, 3, 4. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, 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 ah. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories, where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine.
Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where, as a child, I'd hide there and wait for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by.
Now and then, when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine.
She was such a naughty nanny. Hey, big woman, you made a bad boy out of me.
I've been singing with my band across the water and across the land. I've seen every blue-eyed floozy along the way. But the children in their sound ain't kind of smooth after a while. Take me to them naughty ladies every time.
Take me home tonight. Oh, down beside your red firelight. Oh, and you dig it all. You've got fat bottom girls. You make the rocking world go round.
Now I got mortgages on homes. I got stiffness in my bones. And no beauty queen since it's so tough to be. I tell you, but I still got my pleasure. Still got my greatest treasure. Hey woman, you're a bad boy out of me.
Oh, come on! Oh, won't you take me home tonight? Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, you gotta let it up. And that fat bottom girls you take the fat bottom girls you take the fat bottom girls you take the rocking world go round.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Can I ask the Partsong social leaders to come back and maybe grab a seat just along the side here, or to come and stand on the side here, so you're ready for adjudication. And a big round of applause for all of these guys who helped me too. Whilst you wait, whilst Alex Tester makes his final decisions about the top three houses and what he might say about you, just to say a huge congratulations to all 11 socials for brilliant performances, like some of them against huge adversity in the last few days and last week. Some courageous singing and brilliant to see well over 120 boys involved performing tonight, which is a huge support to the school to be performing, hopefully a brilliant audience. I think he's ready. So now I'm going to invite our esteemed duty to come down, please give him a massive round of applause and a warm welcome.
Well, firstly, thank you. I'm very sorry about where I come from, but you can't have everything in life. I'm just down the road. But it's lovely to visit you and actually to see how good an event you could put on, and I knew you could. And particularly in such a strange term where we're trying to get everything going again and people keep disappearing. I think you've done remarkable things to try and get a competition on this term. So well done to all of you, and all of you singers as well. What I'll do is I'll try and go through something about each one. What an entertaining bunch of pieces, all totally different, and I really enjoyed every single one of them, but some more than others maybe. Let's see where we go. But so, we started with J Social, and how do you start a house singing competition? Of course, you start with Backstreet Boys, it's quite normal, and I thought this was really good, so we soon got into the idea that we were going to have lots of different solos, all coming out one by one. I thought this was quite cool. I've given one word that came across to me for each one, and I've given this one boisterous. Yes, boisterous. The energy, the timing, I thought they did really well to get some kind of mixture of confidence, enthusiasm through all the different parts. It was all a bit on one level, could be a little bit more dynamic contrast, maybe a few more louds, a few more softs. But the tuning was really quite decent and a really, really good pulse. They were absolutely together. So I thought that was really well handled, and the do's that were scattered amongst them when they had different things on different offbeats, I thought was particularly well done. So we'll give a clap to J Social. L Social, I couldn't really, I mean, this is like a mammoth work of our time. I thought they've got to cut some bits of it, but no, it was the whole lot. I thought actually it was actually quite very well done, and it was a good arrangement too. I thought the blend of the opening was impressive. You've got all these parallel harmonies, which are really quite hard to do. The tuning wasn't absolutely there, but actually, the amount, oh, wait for it, but I thought it was really well done. So actually I thought, right from the start, they did nicely to keep pulse, and they kept going, and they kept going with all these different solos. I gave their word, though, was slightly a criticism, serious. Oh my God, they were serious. They were really very serious. But it's a music competition, and I thought they did remarkably well to bring off a difficult arrangement very nicely. So that was L Social. C Social, Uptown Girl. It's a really good song to actually do. A pentatonic style, my goodness, you can tell so many different parts. I thought very wide range of singers here, I mean in terms of high-low. Lots of, watch when you've got moving parts against long-held notes. I thought that actually needed more difference between them, and the long-held notes need to be longer. But a great audience feel. It cheered us up. Oh my goodness. There was choreography, there was enthusiasm, and there was energy in the room. And I therefore put this down to what I remember about this one are solos. In particular, I've written, who was the little boy in the centre? Who knows? Okay, but let's give an applause to C Social. Social, who's 8 Social, Brad? Beach Boys. Why do you pick Beach Boys? It's so hard. But he did it ever so well. So I thought this was really well done. I did look at Beach Boys and thought that's going to be so difficult. What was impressive is they were absolutely together. The pulse and the actual togetherness was absolutely impressive. I thought there was the one that was in the middle that obviously had got the dress code wrong. But the rest of them, actually I thought what was impressive about this one, I wrote down as the main point I was interested in, was the back singers who were absolutely together and kept together with a kind of mini conductor in the middle. I thought that was very well done. It was a hard thing to do. I thought they did really well to actually put that together and make it work, particularly with something with such a wide range as Beach Boys and such ridiculous top notes and ridiculous bottom notes. So that was 8 Social. Okay, F Social. Now this is interesting. Coldplay. I like Coldplay as a band. But the thing is with Coldplay is it's repetitive. You've got to do something with it because it's like kind of they take a chord sequence and they love a good chord sequence called Coldplay. I haven't said anything yet. Okay, we basically got Coldplay is repetitive, so you need to be really careful with it, and you need to have that moment of oh, it was all worth it because of that moment. And they had that moment. The chorus suddenly broke into many parts. I actually put on there kind of one thing to remember: the spectrum of sound. Well, I was quite pleased with that. And this time of night, I thought that was quite good. So, therefore we got, basically, we got everybody absolutely together, but when we were in many parts, you were absolutely superb. Who's that social person? You were absolutely superb. I mean, all together bits. It's just then creating enough contrast to the other bits because it's Coldplay. But maybe I'm just being biased against Coldplay here. I thought actually, generally, what you did to rehearse it and how it came off as a group was actually very impressive. So, that was F Social. B E-Social. Now, you see the programme, Wonderful World with Stand By Me. I normally think, oh, mash-up, really? But actually, this was rather good. I was actually sold by it. I actually think these two songs, they do go together, but I always think that you're cheating the other song if you put two together. But I thought it worked. It was B-Social. I thought it really worked. So actually, I thought this was taking things down to simple things and doing them really well. And the one big thing that was really good about this one, it was nicely balanced. Every part was absolutely equal with every part, and you could hear the tune all the way through. Simple, done well. And there were some contrasts, what did I put as the box, the thing that I remembered? Mad scat singer who just kind of... I don't know who he was again, but excellent stuff. It gave some contrast, and it gave it actually as a whole piece. You had a sense of projection and also some sensible choreography. I thought that actually worked really well. So, well done to B-Social. E-Social. Love Really Hurts Without You, the Billy Ocean. Oh, this is hard as well because it's got this bass riff that you just remember the bass guitar and you just remember that being the heavyweight thing. And you put a lot of people on the bass part, so actually that kind of worked, I suppose. The key was you had so many people on the bass part. Who's E-Social? You had so many people on the bass part. I didn't think it was going to keep together, but somehow it did. So, well done. And I thought also the good thing about this were the good soloists. Really characterful soloists, which actually managed it quite nicely to try and lift it and try to get something on it, particularly with something that was mostly in two parts for a good deal of it. What did I notice? Well, you can't have Billy Ocean without a key change. I was a bit worried you were going to do it. And you did do it, but you did it well, so well done. So, E-Social. K-Social. Who's K-Social? K-Social. My goodness. Again, why, if you were picking from any song in the world, would you actually try and pick something as hard as Circle of Life? But it was a real showpiece. I really enjoyed it. I loved the opening. I thought it was just like kind of, what is this? And we had this chant from the right and the random kind of shell murmurings at the top. And it was actually really good. And I thought, again, the difficulty with this is it's repeating chords, but they actually had some contrast on it, mostly through soloists. Two really good soloists at one point doing a sing-off. And the only thing you could have done more is the chords of the chorus could have just had a little bit more definition and a little bit more confidence. Because other than that, it wasn't such a mad choice. And I put in your box, mad choice, because that's what it was. And I thought it really came off for an audience. So well done, K-Social. A-Social hit the stage, and you think, oh my goodness, there's only 7 of them, and they're going to kill one of my favourite songs by Guns N' Roses. But I thought this was actually really decent. I thought that it was a really good sound for 7 people. Who's A-Social? Really good sound for 7 people, and also particularly when you were spread very high octaves to very low octaves, and you had some very low singers. I thought at one point kind of grumbling in the bass, but actually in tune, and really good. So again, simple but effective, I thought. You could have done with a slightly more balance between some of the parts occasionally, even with 7 people. But the middle 8, the bit in the middle of the song, was really confident, and I thought the outburst in the middle kind of worked quite nicely. And I put at the end, random falsetto ending, which actually did work, but it was a bit surprising, nevertheless. So that was A-Social. We're almost there. G-Social. And we had 10 of you doing this. Queen, Fat Bottom Girls. Again, this is hard because you've got to get it exactly the harmonies, absolutely dead on, and your pulse needs to be absolutely correct. I thought the solos were particularly good, and this had energy. I put energy as the main word. I thought it actually had energy and spirit. You can imagine what it's like in G-Social. Well, I can imagine what I think it's like in G-Social. But I thought actually the spirit of it was actually quite, especially when you're 10th out of 11, to wait for that. You picked us up and really gave us a really good song. What would I say about different things? Just be careful about chordal sections again for balance and tuning, really making sure you're listening to each other when you're absolutely all going for it. But that was definitely, as I say, the word was energy, and I thought you did it really well. Well done, G Social. And to finish, D Social, Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics. This was a difficult arrangement. I thought you did it really well. Who's D Social? I thought this was a really, really well-picked arrangement that suited the voices that were there. The riff has to keep together for this, the actual bass riff that you start with, and it's there in 2 octaves, absolutely dead on at the start. I thought that was remarkable. And then on top of that, you had some really good soloists. I wondered whether the soloists could give it even a little bit more. I felt that you were kind of ducking and diving in a choir, just sort of didn't want to really push themselves forward. So your balance was excellent, but at times it would have been good to have a little bit more definition. But I can't fault it. I wrote the word being togetherness. I thought it was really very well drilled, very well rehearsed, and you obviously listen to each other when you're singing really well. So well done, D Social. So, I have to give a third, a second, a first, and then I think the person who is in the first one will collect a cup, and then those people who are singing in that one need to get to the hall so we can hear it again. And you can then decide whether I got it right or not right, and I will get in the car very quickly, and I'll see you next time our rugby teams coincide. So, here we go. This is what happens. The third place one is one I wanted to credit for the arrangement they picked and the complexity and how it had been rehearsed and where it had been taken from being quite a difficult thing into a real performance. And however serious they were, I've given thirds to L Social. The second place goes to the item which I thought was very musical in its approach, that I thought was a real performance and had obviously been taking a lot of care over the difficult musical features of it, and the performance was also really decent of it, so we got the real sense of how clever and how musical it had been, musically it had been put together. And therefore second goes to D Social. First, here goes. I gave first to something that I thought was, what was I looking for? I was looking for kind of choice of song, tuning, balance, the character of singing, and whether it really felt like a performance, and whether it had also some vitality about it. And this one, however simple it might have been, actually did really well, so I've given it to B Social.
Whilst Be Social run from the theatre to join us here as quickly as possible, we have to do one huge debt of gratitude to our adjudicator for brilliant advice, brilliant adjudication. A huge round of applause to Alex Tester. Thank you, Alex. And now we welcome to the stage the winners of the 2021 Partsong competition, Be Social.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about the science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too.
What a wonderful world this could be.
Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a side rule is for. But I do know that 1 is 2. And I know that I could be with you. What a wonderful world this would be.
Tom Waits.
Whoa. Mama, 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 mama. Oh, whoa, whoa.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you'll stand by me. So darling, darling,
Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. For maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love from me.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about the science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
La ta 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 ta.
History, biology,
Oh, la ta 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 ta.
French I took.
Yeah.
But I do know